Hi and good morning, traders. It's Wednesday, 28th of February, last day of February in 2018. Another day, another time for real-time daily trading ideas. We have 5 days a week, 5 different traders. We will speak about trading ideas, strategies, market screening, and maybe 1 or 2 questions from your side directly answered in our webinar. Our goal is quick and smart, but for the daily, so let's have a nice, smooth start like any day. Of course, we will start with our risk disclaimer, and the disclaimer is about Forex and CFDs, are leveraged products and can result in losses that exceed your deposits. If you are a starter, please start with a demo account and make yourself familiar with leverage trading, long and short trading, and your personal risk management. If you'd like to read the full risk disclaimer, just visit one of our web pages, for example, admiralmarkets.com, and you will find everything about Admiral Markets there. This is me. I'm talking and sending from the Berlin office of Admiral Markets. We are a global company, over 18 country offices. So my English is made in Germany, but hopefully some of my quality too. But I'm not the main speaker. The main speaker is the day trader of today. This is our scheme. On Monday, it's Jay's day. On Tuesday, it's Paul's day. On Wednesday, it's Mike's day. On Thursday, it's Leonard's day. And on Friday, it's Dirk's day. Our leading day traders live every business day. Yeah, and of course, if you like to trade Forex and CFDs, you will get many benefits only with Admiral Markets. For example, both platforms, MT4 and MT5, it's your choice about which platform you like to trade. Choosable leverage. If you like 500 leverage, it's up to you. If you like a smaller leverage, like 10 only, it's up to you. Choosable leverage, not usual at any other competitor. No stop distances. And of course, great spreads, triple spread of DAX 30, one of our bestseller, just devoted 8 points to the main trading hours. Check all details out where, of course, at admiralmarkets.com. There you will find also something about our regulatory background and how to contact Admiral Markets, call us, send us email, or visit the other channels. Usually all the live webinars will be recorded, and a couple of hours later, you will find them on our YouTube channel like displayed here. Yeah, enough from my side. Now it's time for Mike. Hi, good morning, good day, Mike. What is your view to the markets? Let's have a nice start.
Hello, thank you, Jens, and good morning to Berlin and to our audience for today. I just checked my monitor, so now you should see my monitor. And yeah, quick and smart, we will start like every time on Wednesday when it's my time. We will start with the news for today because news can have a huge impact to the markets. And for this reason, I have always an eye on it in my market preparation for the day and for the week. Yeah, so it's later than 11. So the European news are just in the history. So we have some news in the afternoon in USA. You'll see this here marked with these red crosses at 2:30 p.m. We expect the GDP report at 4 p.m. We see the pending home sales, what says a lot about pricings and money flow into the home sales. It's very important for the US economy. And at 4:30 p.m. we will get some new information from the oil side. The crude oil inventories will appear at 4:30 in the afternoon. The forecasts are 2.4 million. Previous was minus 1.6. So we will see what the markets will bring us today. And I have the WTI also on my eye, so we will see my idea pretty soon. Later on in the afternoon, or sometimes a bit earlier, at 3:45 p.m. We will have the Chicago PMI, and at the same time, like the crude oil inventories, we will see the crushing oil inventories. So this is the news side for today, what I am looking for. And some information yesterday, the new Fed head Powell was speaking about the interest and inflation. So we had a volatile market reaction after Powell's speech to the situation of the interest and inflation expectation. It was a correction of the current uptrend, but we should take care to the market reaction for today. We will see what we will see, what will comes up. The market can be strong or weak, and this will be a sign for short-term market direction. So have this in your eyes. The European market direction is positive for today. That means the markets are up for the moment. Maybe the US market will do the same or not. So this is what we will have to wait for, because of nobody of us has a glass ball at home. So now it's time to show you quick my information for the day. We will talk about the WTI, the Euro Stoxx 50, two currencies, Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, and Great Britain pound, New Zealand dollar, and of course, like last week, the Bitcoin US dollar, because of this market is very interesting for active traders, and for this reason I will have this on my screen for today too. So let's start with the WTI. With the WTI, you see in the chart what I mentioned last week here in the daily chart. I was talking about with you when the markets came from here, from this low, will form a new uptrend, and this uptrend was formed here, and since then the markets went up to the higher level over here, and then started a correction. That is what you see here. Yesterday the markets came down very, very strong, and the correction went down until the latest breakout level here. At this level was the point where the uptrend got created, and the markets went down to this level over here, and at the moment you see a green candle. Maybe the markets turn up here again, and this is the situation when it's time to have a look into the hourly chart in the combination of the three different time frames. Is it for me important to find my ideas in the cooperation of these three time frames? And what we see here is now the drawing of last week, Friday. You see this here, this arrow was the situation what I was talking about, that we have a new uptrending market here, and the markets went up, and you see what's happened later on. We have now the correction of the day. This is the red candle that you see in the chart from yesterday. And you see this downtrending market over here, and the situation, what it makes interesting for me is here marked with this red line over here. You see this latest downtrending correction is broken by a new up move, but we have not yet a new uptrend in the hourly. So for me, it's time to wait a little bit until I get this trend, because of I'm interested to trade the hourly in the daily chart, so that we have a lot of potential when the market is going up above. When we see a new uptrend here in the hourly, you have at first the potential to the marks over here, the latest high in the daily chart, and further on, when this trend over here will last longer, you have the chance to reach the highest prices here in the oil market, what makes this so high performance. This is what we see here, and of course the 5 minutes are uptrending too. This is what you see here in the short term. For very short-term traders, you can find an entry when the market's here going in a correction, and you can trade this this little uptrend. And for all of you who would like to trade in short term, I have a trading strategy that I use frequently for short-term trading intraday. It's the EMA 20 power. I will tell you more about in the two currencies that I have on the list with the New Zealand dollar. Right, let's go over to the Euro Stoxx 50. I selected the Euro Stoxx 50 because the trend is a bit more interesting for me than in the DAX. At the moment, the DAX looks a bit weaker. Why am I looking to the Euro Stoxx 50 is the reason that we have here, I draw this for you in the chart, that we have a new uptrend, and this uptrend has broken the prior downtrend, and this is what it makes a bit more interesting for me. You see here the uptrend, the current uptrend, and this uptrend is at the moment in correction, and the markets maybe will turn up again. We will see this in the hourly. But what I find much more interesting is that this markets was going above this latest correction high over here. That means this strong downtrend is broken for the moment. The market is up. This is a valid uptrend that has broken the prior downtrend, and this is what it makes interesting for me to find the entry. And what I would like to see is here my always mentioned reversal pattern, and the reversal pattern is to see when the markets in the hourly will go up up again. So what you see here in the hourly is the downtrending markets over here. I draw this in for you. I guess this is a bit more or a bit easier to see for you. This is the downtrending markets, so over here, and I marked this level over here for you. This is the level where the market has to go up above here. This is what I would like to see. And then it's a time to trade the reversal pattern. This is the sign this correction has come to an end. And sorry for this. Delete this, and this is the sign when the correction come to an end and the market is going up above. So I'm patient to wait, and my trading idea is I just have to wait until the market is going above this level and to see what will happen as next. And when the markets keep strong, then will this trend here appear, and we can trade at first up to the latest high here of this trend, and later on maybe a bit higher. We will see what the markets will do during the next week, but at first we have to see a new uptrending markets. For now, is this still a correction of this current downtrend here in the hourly, and for this reason I don't trade in the long situation. And you see the correction over here in the 5 minutes. This is an uptrending markets here at the moment, and when the markets will break the market, the hourly will go down again, and this is more a sign of weakness. And for this reason I wait until the markets will go above this red line over here, and when we are above this level, then can we also use the 5 minutes to enter the position into the long direction. This is the picture that I have in mind for a long trade in the Euro Stoxx 50. Right. Next one is the Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. Let me select this Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. So, and this is a situation what is very, very interesting for me. What makes it so interesting for me is that we have a strong markets at the moment. You see this here. The markets went down in the hour, in the daily, with a strong movement down. It's a downtrending market. You see this here. This is the downtrend, the last downtrend, and this trend was broken over here at this area that we see here in this moment. And the market, you see these long, strong candles, and this is a sign for really, really strange that we have at the moment. But we don't know if the markets will go above this level and go up and up to the latest points that we had here in the markets. And for this reason, I'm looking forward. I'm looking for strong movements here, like we see here in the daily, and this is what you also see in the hourly here. This is, you see the strong candle, this very strong candles. And when we have
a small question from our participants, I like to just read it out loud that everybody know about it. Because the question from the participant is: do you wait for the close of 5-minute candlestick to enter, or the hourly candlestick to enter, or not even when candle close? How much you look to the candle closing is the question.
All right. Okay. I'm always looking for closed candles. That means when I get a signal, I just get this candle, or I wait always for closed candles, because of when the candle just touched a level or whatever, it's not clear that this will be a clear signal, a clean signal. So I always wait until a candle is closed. I have to be patient to do this, because if I wait and I hear to the markets, and I will see that the candle is closed, and then can I enter the markets after a closed candle and the signal is really safe and on the market. This is how I trade the markets. So for this one, back to the strength in the markets. You see this over here. You see these strong candles over here that we have in the hourly chart. And when I would like to trade in such a strong situation, sometimes they don't last very long, but they are there, and they offer a potential for really good trades. And what I show you now is a strategy that I call EMA 20 action. And the first thing that we need is the market strength. This is what we have now. And then I trade this in really, really short term for day trading ideas. And what I do here is you see in the chart, the blue line over here is the exponential moving average 20. This is the blue line that we have here. And below the chart, you see the ADX 14. And what I would need is, or what I need for the signal is, I need a market strength ADX above 30 that we have here. It's definitely above 30, and a market that is going in the current uptrend, for example. down to this EMA 20. You see this over here. Signal. This was the first signal that we have that we had today in the morning. This signal over here, this candle is the signal candle. And my strategy is the following: when the market is going above the high of this candle, I open the position with the target over here in this market that you see here, the latest high. This is the target, and this low over here is the stop where I place or where I control my risk. So, and now when this candle has formed, you see how deep the risk is and how much potential has this trade. And this is the decision that I do. This is no system that I trade automatically. I just decide myself what I do and when I do it. And this is what you see very often, and this happens very often in trades and in strong charts, that the market is going down to the EMA 20 and then will go above this level over here. And you see how quick this will go, that you can earn money with the strategy. That works pretty fine in indices, in currencies, and also in WTI, for example, in oil markets, that you can trade here at Admiral Markets. So use this strategy when the markets are strong. And the same thing can we see at the moment in the Great Britain pound, New Zealand dollar. Over here, you see the chart. For the moment, in the strength situation, you have to see a really strong movement, and the market was here in this area. And what we see here is this candle was the signal candle, and you could enter the markets over here, put your stop in, and the latest target is over here. And you can, of course, work with lowering risk in that you draw your stop from here to the candles, to the low of the candles. That means a bar by bar stop, that you reduce your risk, but the potential is definitely there. But what I also always do is I have always a look to the larger time frames. That means to the hourly, for example, that I see in which condition is this market. When the main market is complete against my long trade, for example, I don't trade it. So you should have the experience what the markets are doing. You should know how your market reacts, and you should also have in mind which news are up for the day, that the news don't come against your position. This is the trading strategy for the EMA 20 power. And my last signal for today, or my last preparated.
A small quick question from the participants more.
Yes.
Why is that a signal candle? So maybe 1 or 2 words about what is a signal candle and why this is a signal candle. It's a question of.
Okay, right. Let's talk about this. The uptrending market. So, for example, here I just enlarged this pic a little bit. So the strategy for the long situation is the following: we have a strong up movement. We have a strong ADX above 30, and we have a markets in a correction with a candle that touches or cross the EMA 20. In this situation, is it so that we go in the long situation, and the signal candle is the one that will cross or touch the EMA 20 that we have here. And for this reason is this the signal candle. And when the market is going above here, we can trigger in this stop for the long order. For a downtrending market, this is not a chart where we can get this, but it is not right. We have this here. Okay, it's no strong up movement, but for the short signal, I just explained the short signal, is the basic situation that we have a strong down move. We had an ADX above 32, and the candle that touched or crossed the EMA 20 from below to the upside. This is here, is the signal candle that we have in the markets. And when the markets go below this level, over here, for example, this is the first one, this is the second one. The second one is also valid. And when the market is going below this candle low, we can enter the market, and the target was over here in this area. So the signal candle is always the candle. The first candle is the first signal that crosses or touches the EMA 20 against the current trend direction. So this for explanation. I hope this is fine. If you have any question, don't hesitate, ask this question. Right, good. Let's go to the Bitcoin. Well, just have to look it over here, the right signal. So what we see here in the Bitcoin, I start again with the big picture. The big picture is for me the daily chart, and what you see here in the daily is, of course, still a market that gets the pressure from above. You see this in the chart over here. I draw this in for you. What I have in mind here is this one. This is what we see here for now. And you see the latest movement, the latest down movement was also a trend. You see this here. That was the downtrending markets. And you see here the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I don't know how many candles this are, I don't care about this, have broken this downtrend over here of the last movement and made a new uptrend. And this one is now in its correction over here. You see this here. That was a good situation to enter the market for the long direction. But have a look where the market stopped. The market stopped at the latest resistance level over here and came very, very strong down at the moment. So for this one, what we should have in mind is that this uptrending markets here is just the correction of this large uptrending markets that we have here, and the market is still the pressure comes from above to the downside. So this in mind. What we see here in the markets, but it doesn't matter for short-term traders. We should wait and see what the smaller time frames are doing, and this is what we can do here in the hourly. And the hourly came up with a good uptrending markets here. You see this over here. We had a good uptrend during the last days. These 2 candles over here where this created this wonderful uptrend in the hourly. And the situation at the moment is that this uptrending market is broken for now. For this reason, you see also this candle here. So this uptrend is history. So I wouldn't trade into the uptrending direction. But what I have in mind now is for short-term trading that this pressure that we have in the daily from the upside to below, that this can appear also as a weakness in the hourly. So the market is going above now. For here, you see this in the 5-minute chart too. I just zoom it a little bit in. We have at the moment a correction for this uptrend, for this trend breaking markets over here. This is the current trend in the 5 minutes, and this is uptrending with a correction. And for now, interesting for me is for short trading, for really short-term trading, I would like to wait till the 5 minutes are broken over here. You see this trend in the 5 minutes market. This, what I have in mind is this one here. I just draw it in for you that you see what I have in mind. So this is the uptrending market, and the uptrend is broken when the markets here is going below this level, or when the market is going a bit higher, we will see the break of this trend over here. And then would I like to see a new downtrending market when the market's going below this level, make a little correction in the 5 minutes, and then can we trade, for example, into the hourly downside. That means the target that you have now is, of course, the latest low here in the hourly, and this is the potential that we have over here. We just have to wait until the 5 minutes are broken. The markets can go above the highs over here. This line over here, this area. When the market is going above this level, I wouldn't like to trade short anymore, because of then is the market's too strong and we will see probably a green candle in the day. But when the markets turn down again in the 5 minutes, it's time to open a position, and the potential is that the markets will at first go below the areas that we have here in the hourly and find maybe an end in the area of 10,310, what it is over here. I show this here come up here. This one, this area is the potential that we have over there. That means just wait until the 5 minutes are broken and create a new downtrend. And this is the idea for short-term trading in the volatile Bitcoin market that we have at the moment. So this is it for now for my trading ideas for today. Jens, do we have some question we can answer?
No, but I have to thank you. So I like to inform all the participants that we was really, really happy to work with Mike, but Mike decided to leave Admiral Markets and make some other jobs. So we will have from next Wednesday on Wednesday a new day trader of the day. It will be Giancarlo. Like I said, we are an international company. We have people with a German accent like Mike and me. We have a native speaker from United Kingdom and so many other countries. And yeah, because Mike will leave us, we will have a new day trader, Giancarlo. I guess the Italian accent is what you expected. Yes, he's from Italy, but he's a great trader. He worked already with Admiral Markets earlier ago, and we are really happy that Giancarlo will be available from next week. And from tomorrow, it will be available a new indicator. I make some promotion already about it. So everybody who are using not only the naked MT4, MT5, who are using the boosting tuned MT4 and MT5 Supreme version will get from tomorrow a new indicator. I love it. And yeah, just to make you hot like I am already, this is a new indicator. You will see the open position much more prominent like you see it before. Usually in the naked MT4 and MT5, you will see it here in a small way. So here you see your floating profit and loss, not really so prominent. And with the new indicator, nothing magic, but great to have. You can switch it wherever you like it on the chart from the MetaTrader 4 and MT5. If the circle is red, you are in the loss phase, and if the circle is green, you are in the profit phase. And if you like to close all like a panic button, just click here and every open instrument, every open position from this instrument will be closed. Really, really nice. Available from tomorrow. From tomorrow, we will speak more about it. Just an information. Just wait until tomorrow. Thanks again, Mike. It was a pleasure to have you on board. And from next week, it will be Giancarlo. And if you like to say something also, the last minute is for you, Mike.
Great. Yes. Thank you, Jens, for the opportunity to give you our audience some last word. I really enjoyed the time over here to give you some insights of my trading style. I appreciate the audience over the last month, and at this place, I wish you for your trading always the best every time, good trades. Wait for your signal, be patient, and then trade successful. And yeah, for this, thank you, and we see us. Bye-bye.